Hello, it's Phil. Nice to see you. Today I am in my space because anywhere that I am doing science is my space. The same goes for you. Science, technology, engineering, maths, science can happen anywhere. So anywhere you're doing science, it's your space. And today we're talking a little bit about some stuff that happens in space. Things that move around other things. What might you call them? Satellites. We're talking about satellites in circular motion, and we're gonna not go up into space, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it. We're outside. It's a little chilly, but it's a nice day. One of us brought a jacket. Didn't give me his. I have a hoodie, but we're fine. We're gonna talk about big things in the sky, like the moon. There's a pretty big thing that you see every evening, pretty much. And the moon moves around our Earth in a circular motion. Keeps going round and round and round. It gets a little bit closer sometimes, but generally it's just going round and round in a circular motion. It's not getting pulled too close, or it doesn't go flying off in another direction off into space. That is because gravity is pulling the moon towards us. And even though the moon wants to go flying off in another direction, the gravity that's pulling us there, the same thing that when you drop something, that something falls to the ground, moon keeps staying in a circular motion around the Earth and not going flying off into oblivion. It doesn't because the Earth's gravity is pulling it towards the Earth. And the same is true that's happening at the center of our solar system, because we have that big burny thing at the center of our solar system, the sun. So the sun is a big, massive object, and because it's so big, it keeps pulling things towards it, like other planets, like our Earth. So you can imagine gravity like a string pulling things towards. So even though with Saturn, it wants to fall down this way, gravity is pulling it towards the middle of the sun. So Saturn is going around, orbiting, and it wants to fly off in all different directions. If I let go, it would fly off. But you can imagine like gravity's like a string. It's kind of balancing the force, keeping it together towards the center of our solar system. So Saturn keeps moving in an orbit around the sun, which is nice. Now, this is kind of a little bit abstract. Skelly's just had an accident, and I'll be back with you momentarily. Now, this is all nice, but it's kind of a little bit abstract. So I thought we'd do something a little bit more visual and something you could potentially try yourself safely. If I just need a little bit of apparatus. Skelly, can you get me a bucket of water, please? Yeah, wow, that's enough. Yeah, look, enough. Thank you. Stop. So, Skelly has filled the bucket with water, just to prove that I am not fibbing. Just go that. Look fabulous. So there's water in this bucket, and what I thought I'd do is that I would try and turn this upside down over my head without the water falling out. Okay, so bucket of water, I'm gonna try and turn it upside down over my head. It's gonna be falling at about exactly the same rate as the bucket. So the water's gonna wanna fall, the bucket's gonna be falling at the same rate. So it should stay in the bucket because things that are moving have inertia. They want to go and stay going in the same direction with that same speed until another force acts on them. So if I was holding this bucket here, I'm not spilling it on myself right now, gravity is pulling it down. It wants to fall to the ground, but the balancing force going in the other direction is me holding the handle. So there is a balance between the force going up and the force going down. Okay, so let's try it. Now you could try this at home yourself as well, but I will say try it outside, not inside, and try it with a bucket that isn't metal. Try like this is a metal handle, but it's a plastic bucket. Try it with no water first, and also have a responsible adult around. Like, you need to be safe. Take care with what you do. So we're gonna try and do this now. So I'm gonna try and spin this now. So I'm gonna start nice. Starting is never an issue. Stopping kinda is. You ready? So we ready? The tension is unbelievable. You ready? Bucket strong. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now I'm swinging the bucket and there is a load of water inside it. Now, right now, the bucket is upside down over my head, but the water is staying in it because it's moving at exactly the same pace and falling at the same rate as the bucket. And because it's going in a circular motion, like satellites, it keeps going round and round and round and doesn't fall on top of me. And the good thing about this is that even if I go in another direction, why did you put so much water in this? That even in another circular motion, the water doesn't come out. Now, starting isn't the issue, but stopping, whoop, whoa, that was so close, doesn't. Okay, so they're gonna slow down, slow. Haha, see? There we go, just to prove, look there. There's water in this. So, what I thought we might do, to show that even, because you can't see the water in the bucket, is do something even more dramatic, even more impressive, just using the same little bit of science, simple science that we've done here. So this circular motion, things want to stay in the same place. So what I thought I'd do is I'd take a tray, a little whiteboard tray. I've put 4 strings on it so that it can be supported like this. And I have a beaker, and I am going to add some of the water that we had that Sketty put earlier on. I'm going to pour it into this, and then I'm going to, just so you can be able to see what's going on, I'm just going to add some blue food dye into it, which will look amazing. And then I am going to try and pick this up. You didn't see the water in the bucket, but you can see the water in this. I'm going to spin it around my head. And yes, if you're trying this at home yourself, well, try it outside, possibly get a responsible adult or responsible person to be able to do this with you. Start just with spinning, then with no water. Don't use glass, this is a plastic top. So just be careful trying it. Like, experimenting is good, but do it safely. Safety first. Okay, so force at the moment balanced. Gravity pulling down, strings pulling up. Okay, so let's go try. So that bit I could do. Starting is never an issue. Stopping, however, potentially might be. Okay, so we're gonna go so far and... Yes! Okay, I should have trusted this, but yes, it's working perfectly. Water on a thing, not fixed to anything, going round my head. So, yes, for more information on all the stuff that we do, go to rte.ie/learn. Try this out yourself in a safe environment with responsible people around. Like I said, starting this is never an issue. Stopping potentially is. Maybe I could get a help. Scotty? Oh, you're not helping. Oh, nearly let go. Oh, sorry. Anyone? Oh, I might be here for a while. Okay, see you next time. Help.